Okay. There we go, that works. Ah, sorry. You'll be back in like a couple seconds, hopefully. My OBS did the thing again where it decides to randomly, after a certain point in time, just turn off, which is fun. But in terms of like engines, I'd suggest, or I suspect, it's going to go in two camps. You're going to get your mid-sized indie studios who are going to want to do 3D work, Unreal. You're going to get your 2D side, which is probably going to go towards Godot or more obscure engines. Or, ow, you're going to get studios making their own engines and like things like Monogame, Bevy, etc. And welcome back, my friend. But in terms of like programming is fairly straightforward. If you can write a list of instructions to someone on how to do something, that is the first steps to programming, which obviously has a very common name, which is called logical reasoning, and like the thinking part. Because if you can do that, you're in. It's not technical. The more technical side of programming and stuff comes in when you're dealing with very small amounts. What the hell? I felt like a weird hitch there when I shot. More technical sides. Like as an example, you're dealing with like GPU back buffers and oh lord, I knew I was gonna die. Yeah, exactly. Like I'd recommend, if you want to play around Unreal, if Unreal is a bit heavy for the laptop, Unity is fine. There's hang on. I'm gonna do a thing. Hang on. I'm quickly gonna swap you while we're in game, just quickly to the desktop. You'll see a nice little desktop, right? Because I'm gonna do the classic thing, except instead of Paint like Pirate Software does, all I use, ignore that, that's the idea for a game. I've got a thing. So, you in a game, if I draw this, right? This is not a game, but like this is like a box. You can think of what you got. I don't know why I chose red. Let me change that to like a blue. There we go. If you imagine, this is like your timeline, right? Of like, not timeline, but like everything you need to make up a game, right? So I'd say like 70% of what you need to make a game from like maybe not 70, maybe let's say like a 60%, like I'm just gonna like 60%, right? That I'd say is your programming side, right? So just like a PR for programming. The remaining this side, the 40%, that's the artistic side. Because if you don't know how to make a game, fundamentally, you can't make the game look good. If you make a game that plays fundamentally like garbage but looks great, it's not going to be good. But inversely as well, if you make a game that's fundamentally data-wise amazing, but artistic-wise it looks garbage, it's not going to go good. But I think the problem that happens is, like, people that are more artistic oftentimes try and shun the programming side, because I found in the industry a lot, programmers are snobby. Very big snobby bastards. It's really funny because I don't have like a game. Hello, Wild Fungi and Carter. I think there's other people from Shorts. I'm just going to explaining on a diagram, which I don't ironically have because I've not considered doing game dev on Shorts, which is funny. But onto that topic, artists tend to avoid programming because programmers often have a snobby attitude of not wanting to, like, say, oh no, if you're not smart enough, you can't do it. No. It's as simple as, can you write a list of instructions for someone to do? Like as an example, to make a cake. Take this, mix it, do the thing, and now you're happy. Now you have cake, and now you can eat your cake, right? Sick. If you can do that, you can program, right? Like, yeah, I know I'm oversimplifying it, but as an example, game engines like I've got it installed. This one. Yeah, I'll just show a quick example, right? As an example. Do I have any projects open? I don't think I do. Not really. That's garbage. Let me just do like testing. This is like just gonna be like a testing, just to show you what I mean, right? Like how programming easy it is. Not easy in like a sense of it's easy, but like in a sense of people tend to over snobify it, which is what I call it. So if we go here, just gonna make a brand new thing. I don't care about the name, right? So as an example, if you wanted to, so like as an example, in Godot, it's got a concept of just ready, which is like what happens when you come in, right? As an example. But if you wanted to, as an example, just add like a couple of numbers together, right? Like we'll say var, like we've got a number A, which is 10, a number B, which is say 5, and you want to add them together, right? You can just go like, hang on, oh, English is hard, oh, I can't type. The second people are watching my screen, I can't type, there you go. That, right? That's very basic stuff. If you can do basic things like that, and you build on your knowledge, and you understand why you're doing stuff, not the what, not the how you're doing it, but the why you're doing it, you build the fundamentals, you're gonna go. And what I mean by that is, if you get problems in a game, and you're building it yourself, if you don't know, as an example, you're getting frame drops, why you're getting frame drops, it's bad. Now, not everyone can program. I know that's a very basic example, but like not everyone can program, right? In the sense of some people are more artistically aligned. So if you ask even if you explain to them programming on like explain like I'm a 5 level or a way they understand it, they simply struggle. I work with people, which is a prime example. Some people are front-end engineer gods, right? I just wanted to show that, and then like the diagram because I had to. But they can't do back-end at all. They really struggle, and I'll switch just back to the gaming side. They really struggle with like the back-end side. So the reason I bring that up is my company has started a new initiative to try and make all our engineers T-shaped, which basically means they're going to try and make us do more work for the same pay, effectively, because they don't want to hire more people, which is effectively oftentimes what happens. Or that's how I see it. But yeah, I mean, I found like if you just understand a wee, like a smidgen of programming, it's going to help. Because the reason I say that, oftentimes what happens in collaboration with like your artists, which again will probably be like if you don't do programming where you fall in, is they'll go, come on, peek me bitch. They'll go and say, okay, we've got this, we've made a couple of templates, have the artist hook everything up together and build it. Because your programmers will oftentimes, if you work like in a company, based off what I've heard in industry, I've not worked in a game programming company, but based on what I've heard, your programmers will basically go and build the Lego blocks. Then your artists and game design people will go and use those Lego blocks to build out your characters, your destructible things, etc., your environments. Now, do you need to know programming to use those little Lego blocks? Of course not. You don't need at all. Is it worth knowing how things work? Yes. Do you want to be a massive... Hang on. Did I just hear something? No. Ha! I can't blow myself up. I'm sad. Hang on. 1 sec, chat. Do you... Ah, there's a guy behind me. Programming basics. So the question, rather, just before I answer that, is, do you ever consider yourself potentially learning, or not learning, but wanting to make your own game? Would you ever consider, like, from a solo perspective, holy shit, I'm like busy just checking chat in case you replied, making your own game? If the answer is yes, I'd say so, because you do get my life. You do get Unreal Engine, which uses blueprints, right? Which means you don't need to know how to program. You stick things together. And I think just understanding from like because actually, you know what? Inversely, you know what I would say? Because there's been a lot of successful games being made without programming, right? And I know it's funny because I'm like a programming theorist in like the way of, holy shit, I can't see while I'm I'm like checking chat. But like what I mean is, I love programming, right? That's why I have 2 jobs. Not because I need 2 jobs, but because I love programming and it builds my skills, right? For me, I don't feel like I'm working when I program. Which, to be fair, is a oh shit. Ow. is a toxic trait, as I was saying before I got distracted. ADHD, let's go. But do I think programming, maybe not programming, but logical reasoning and thinking, I think that is a far more useful skill as a game designer. If you wanted, and I see you typed yes, you want to build your own game solely by yourself. If you do, you're gonna have to learn some form of programming unless you... Ow, ow, ow. I can't see on this map. This map is like my bane of my eyes. Unless you use Unreal Engine, you're gonna have to learn to program. Unity doesn't have official visual scripting support. It does have community plugins like Playmaker as an example, which basically do what Unreal does. Godot doesn't have it, but I think someone is working on a plugin for that. But then again, right, the point comes, if you have... Oh shit. Oh, I just like barely saw the bro. If you've got... Okay, dude's dead. Sick. If you've got core logical understanding of what you... Hang on. Oof, ripped, brother. Logical understanding of what you want to achieve, why you want to achieve it. Yeah? I'd always say learning a basic programming language can help you, but focus more on logical reasoning. I went in a massive circle to just get to the thing of logical reasoning. Yeah, I mean, Unreal Engine, I don't think I've got Unreal installed at the moment, because I kind of made up my mind of I'm building my own game engine, slowly. Well, building the game engine for the proper game, and then for the temporary game to initiate funds, I'm using Godot. But to answer your question, without getting off topic, which ADHD helps a lot with. Hang on. Debate. There we go. Hang on. 1 second. I'll answer your question in a sec. We're reverse speaking the reverse speaks.
We have taken objective apples.
There we go. To answer your question, you potentially can. Unreal Engine has damn it. A lot of ways you can, if you learn how to use it, you can make money. As an example, you can learn how to become a character compositor. You know, your programmer makes the Lego blocks, like your actor components. So as an example, they make the movement component, the shooter component, the damage components, and you wire everything up, and then you make the enemies and the units. You could go through the the visual effects side, where they bring you in, you make visual effects for them, they pay you. That's a good shout. Another option could be level design, right? Or even asset creation, like 3D modeling, because oftentimes, like as an example with myself, I am not artistic. I'm about as artistic as this tree over here. I mean, that's kind of artistic though, to be fair. I'm more like this rock. Yeah, I'm like that rock. There you go. Little rock. I have no artistic bone in me, but I can program. So my thing, what I'm doing is I'm scaffolding all my game logic at the moment and everything I need to build out the game and to make it schmexy and good, and then I can just slap paint on it, which is the art. Whereas if, as an example, I was a skilled artist, I can tell you right now, I would not be used programming, because the reason is, like, do you know the game Choo Choo Charles, as an example? If you know the game Choo Choo Charles, that guy didn't write a single line of code. He used Unreal Engine, he used the visual scripting, and he made his own... Oh shit. Come on. Ah, man, I ran out of ammo. Made the entire game with just blueprints. That's it. So, thinking about that, right, man? Choo Choo Charles was a massive success, and it's just in blueprints. Now, if you want, like, whatchamacallit, English is hard, man, sorry. It's like, English is not my first language. If you wanted some, like, specific game engine advice, etc., oh shit. In my YouTube account profile, I actually have a Discord link. If you wanted to join the Discord, and then I can actually, if you had any questions, like answer, because I'm more than happy, always helping people. Just because, you know, knowledge costs nothing, and why should knowledge be, as you mentioned previously, only be available to those who can afford it? I always help people, I train people up, so feel free. Hang on. I could smell him, chat. Oh, I could smell him. Oh, you already joined. In that case, if you have like any other specific questions or you wanted things, feel free to ask. Or even like if you wanted to, like, if you don't feel comfortable in like the open settings, you know, what do you call it, like DMs, I'm always happy to help. Because I know some people in like public questionnaires, they feel embarrassed because it makes them potentially feel like maybe they're stupid. I had people like that before who had that like kind of thinking. Oh, correct. Which obviously it doesn't, but oh shit. No, anytime, man. Like I'm always that's why I actually had an original stream, like, where was it? Oh, I think it was like 2 months ago, where I did a wee little game programming thing. Oh, dude, you say that. My first uni I went to, by the way, just for reference, I don't have a degree, fun fact. I'm just a very naturally inquisitive person, because I dropped out of university. I was like, why am I going to uni? They're not teaching me anything. So I joined, I got a job at a company with my skill set I had. And from there, it's just snowballed, because I was literally like, bro, like, as you said, they don't teach you anything. Well, not anything. Some universities really do teach, and they teach well. Bitch, get wrecked. I was sound of fucking hell, lad. Man, give me PTSD. Oh, behind, I'm coming. Oh, we're getting shot at. But yeah, man, like, sorry, what I was actually trying to get to is, oh, hi, buddy. Ah, my mouse, mouse got stuck. Is, yeah, what I was trying to say before I got, like, interrupted 4 times mid my own thoughts, by my own thoughts, is, my first university courses that I went to, they were so jumbled. They were literal garbage. The second university, which was University of Warwick, really good teaching standards, like, really good teaching standards. I learned, like, a lot, but I learned more that to do what I wanted to do, which was basically being able at the time to bring my wife over. I kind of needed cash, and to get cash, I can't go through my 4-year uni thing. I kind of had to get a job, so I just used my programming knowledge and skills to effectively, at that point, do stuff. Oh lord, brother! Oh, you're disgusting, sir. Yeah, exactly. Like, and I kind of, because the reason why university didn't work for me was I have, as I mentioned before, people don't know this, I have ADHD, which is really hard in university. It means like I struggle to focus on a lot of things, and the only way like I can focus if a topic really interests me. And at the time, our university went fully online. Ah, you bitch! I'm trying to talk about life and university, man. Just stop reading at me. Yeah, sorry. And at the time it was COVID, so it means all the lectures were online, which was even worse. So I would find myself in the lecture, like maybe camera off, playing video games because I lost interest halfway through what the lecturer was saying. Now, was it the lecturer's fault? No, but I think the style of teaching for some people doesn't fit. So ADHD is attention deficit disorder, or ADD is the thing they call it. It's basically a thing where people get, some people have this condition where it's not a mental condition. Well, it's a mental condition, but not like the crazy type. It's a disorder where people often tend to not be able to focus at all because their brain is like jumbling. Well, we're gonna lose in a sec. Hang on, I can explain this here. Hang on. So let's get pink for a brain. Let's get pink for a brain. Here we go. That's a nice brainy color, right? Hang on, let me quickly make a brand new let's do game dev. So I'm just making a brand new game dev scene, just so the lovely people can see what I'm doing. So we're gonna do display capture. Where's my display capture?
You're done, Dana?
No, I'm explaining something to someone. Hang on, display capture. There we go. I just want to add something in, just so that people can see what I'm talking about. Right click, primary, transform, fit to screen. One sec, my friends. I link to game dev. There we go. And then we're gonna transition to game dev. There we go. Fantastic. You should now be able to hopefully see the lovely little drawing that I'm about to do. I just had to quickly fix the OBS on the side because it was very, very, very ugly. So, to get to the lovely McTalkingtons of what I mean, and if OBS will actually, it's not sticking, it's freaking annoying, is normal people, like, we're gonna say this is normal brain. Okay, that's not normal brain, that's like very wonky brain. But imagine I drew a normal brain, right? As an example. Normal people's thoughts in a lecture go, like as an example, I'm teaching you what a book is, right? Normal people go, book. Book is this. I have seen this, right? I now associate that with a book. ADHD people, which will draw basically like just a mess. Oftentimes, it basically goes like this. Your teacher tells you, this is a book, right? You go, oh, that's a book. That book is square. But it's not actually square, it's more of a rectangle. And you go, it's a rectangle, but it's got rectangles on the inside. So you basically get to the point where like ADHD people often break things down super linearly. A good example, right, is if someone asks you, like, what is, as an example, 11 times 2. Right, it's a really stupid example. Like, you go 11 times 2. Most people go, oh, it's just 22, because you know it's 22. Oftentimes, I found, this is by, like, people I know in my life that are ADHD. ADHD people go, oh, 11 times 2, that is 10 times 2 plus 1 times 2. And then you add them together in your brain, and it goes, okay, well, that's 20, and that's 20 plus 2. That means it's 22. But what a lot of people have, also, that with ADHD, what I have the problem with, which is a lot of things, a lot of people with ADHD, that's really not a brain. Imagine that was a brain. I'm trying to draw a brain. That's not a brain. That's like a smoky cloud of death. I don't know what that is. But imagine this. Normal people use it in a lecture, right? Your teacher explains everything. Normal people absorb it. It goes in the brain. Sick. ADHD people is like this. Like imagine that this was like your lecture time graph, right? As an example. Like over time, he talks, blah, 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 blah. ADHD people, your graph looks like this. The lecturer talks, you lose interest, literally, like, you go below the graph. It's not there. You're not there. You're in your own world. Maybe you check your phone, you do something. Then all of a sudden, like, oh shit, I need to be in the lecture. You spike back, pay attention a lot for a very small amount of time, lose interest, and you spike back down again. And this basically just keeps on happening. Now, you do have the other side of the spectrum of ADHD, which is not the inattentive type. You've got the hyperfocus. The hyperfocus people go, ooh, it's a lecture. I like the lecture. And then by the end of the lecture, they're basically like, imagine like that, right? They pay attention like that. That's the average, like, if you're the hyperfocus, that. They're like sick. And then by the end, if we draw an inverse energy graph, like, imagine this is like attention over time, and this is energy over time. For people who are hyper-focused, it basically goes energy, 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 and then when the lecture's done, it's just gone. Because they're like, oh shit, I don't need to focus anymore, and they relax their body, and all of a sudden, it's like battery is like literally... That looks like a nipple, not a battery. But like, battery is empty, you need a recharge. That really looks very sus. On the inattentive scale, oftentimes what you have, if we're doing like, let's just do the attention over time scale, you have energy over time. Oftentimes, the energy is more like, oh, I'm here, I don't have energy. Oh, I'm doing whatever I want. Now I've got energy, and it's like, oh, I need to now listen to this. So now my energy is gone, and then it's back up again. So you basically have this entire horrible cycle of people with ADHD effectively struggle to stay on topic because their brain is basically going from, hey, I have X, X is Y, but because X is Y, doesn't that mean because Y is also Z, that then X is Z? Because their brains bounce around, and their ADHD people often, I found with like people like I've spoken to anyway, maybe like the people who say are different, the brains are so like fast, and they bounce around so friggin' fast, you end up with going nowhere. Also, you have people, you also have ADHD. You're like, I would say don't just like claim you have. I would say like do proper screeners, because like sometimes it's just people with like poor habits. Because like how I found out I had ADHD, I was literally in a conversation with my dad, right? My dad was talking, I was talking, he said something. My brain went, oh, I'm tired of this conversation. I'm gonna go there. Literally, just like the straight line there. And then I was like, literally, hang on, wait. My dad is looking at me with a blank face, like literally just like that, effectively. And I was like, hang on, wait a second. And I was like, what did you just say? And my dad explained it, and I was like, oh shit. And then I did the things, and then it was like, yes, Juan has the ADHD of the D's, and I did the things, and I do. Unfortunately, in the UK, they're like, well, because it's not impacting your daily life, which it is, I don't get treatment, which is fine. Like, I wouldn't take the meds anyway, but now you know what ADHD or ADD, which is often called attention deficit disorder. People struggle to focus because their brains literally just jump around. Like, as an example, right? Give an example. You've noticed this. I'll be on topic A. All of a sudden, I jump to topic B. You'll say something, and then in topic B, I'll jump to your topic, segue to another topic, and I'm like, hang on, actually back to where I was, and then suddenly back to where I was. Like, that happens because the brains always like want to get what it wants out as fast, because like the brain is tuned so fast. And oftentimes, sorry, I'll get back to the games in a sec. If I'm still in, okay, cool, I'm still in. I'll just spawn, just so I don't time out. Oftentimes, what ADHD people have is analysis paralysis. I have that, and it's hard. What does that mean, you might ask? Well, you have an assignment, right? Which is, hey, I'm really trying to draw in perspective. Your assignment is 2,000 words, as an example. It's not a lot for an assignment. It's like an average uni assignment. Your brain goes, 2K. That's a lot. That's a lot of words. I don't want to do that, because then you're like over analyzing of, okay, for 2K, like let's say one page is approximately 500 words. If you like don't paragraph, if you paragraph, you're looking more like what, like 400-ish words. That's 400, I swear. Not a sheep. 400. So your brain goes, but that's like, let's say an average of like 4 to 8 pages of like writing I have to do. That's a lot of work. If I output that work to when I need to do it, I can probably do that in like 20 minutes compared to my normal thing. And then you basically just keep on shoving this down the road, and you never ever end up doing it, which also is a bad habit of just maybe procrastination. But like, as an example, with the game I'm working on, my analysis paralysis is, I've got problem X. Now, problem X, as an example, is I wanted to have a reusable weapon. Right, as an example, very basic concept. My brain was like, okay, I need a weapon. But the weapon needs to have an attack. It needs to have an sprite, because it's a 2D game. I'm not doing 3D because I suck at 3D. It needs to have a sprite. But then it also needs to have stats, which will just like, with an S+. Okay, but with the stats then, it needs to also have its like custom, like animations. But then maybe I also want modifiers. And then at that point, that all seems like a bunch of shite I have to do. My brain gets tired and then just like goes, nope, never mind, we're trash canning it. Imagine that's a trash can, not a guy with a hat. Instead, what we should do, and what I'm trying to do, I've read a couple of like articles and books on this, is you go, my weapon is this, which is a sword. Sick. My sword, you build my sword, right? Like, imagine you build my sword. Holy shit, I can't type. Right, my sword. Then you go, okay, my sword. I'd like my sword to have gems, because my sword could have modifiers. You then build, holy crap, imagine that's a gem in the middle of like the hilt. Now you've got a gem. Now you've got modifiers. And now you're like, okay, cool. I've not got modifiers. I kind of want to change how my sword looks. So then you go and you change how your sword can look. And now, all of a sudden, your sword is like a really fancy falchion with like maybe like the gem on the hilt. So you break it down step by step and digest it. And that's the only way I found with myself and some other people who have ADHD to work. Otherwise, my friend, it physically can't. Like, I'm putting us back just into the what? Hang on. It's stuck. It doesn't want. Hang on. Let me. One sec. Okay, there we go. That's doing that. Now I need to do that, and now I need to switch to. Allow me to. Hang on. Link. Game dev. But I want to switch to that. Hang on. Is it bugged again? Okay, it's bugged. You're just gonna have to play it like this. It's fine. But yeah. At the long end talk of my conversation and info dump. Yes. Holy shit, we're losing so bad.
We have lost objective butter.
Because there's nobody in the server. Just yeah, ADHD is a bitch. But if you tame it, you have the power to do the Lord's work. Yes. And what we'll do, because this side it's 246. We'll join one last server, this one. We'll play one last game, unless this one like kills over and dies. And then we'll say goodnight, because Harry, you need to sleep. It's now like, brain doing math, 7. And my bro, your body don't like that. You need to give it a chance to rest. What do you mean? You're telling me I just joined a brand new server and it's empty. Is it possible that there's just no servers now? It is. It is exactly 2:47 in the morning. Which could mean, lads, we may have to give it a recall. 51 Dice Official, New Conquest Naval Battles. Sure.
During the Great War, conquering enemy
Yeah.
strongholds often meant facing
Exactly.
overwhelming
You have to
odds.
tame
In
it.
Conquest Assault,
I don't know what that is. You have to tame it, and it's really hard. Like, for real, like, as an example, because I'm sharing my entire screen, I can quickly do that. That is incredibly weird. Okay. If I tab out, like, what I mean by that is, like, as an example. Let me just open this up real quick. This is just a code editor, but what I wanted to show... Oh, Lord. Which one was it? This one? Yes, this. This was the start of basically building my own game engine. Now, please ignore all the code files that I open, that I've written. Close all tabs. Close all tabs. Close all tabs, yeah. So, I basically had to break down for the game engine. I need input. I need saving. And then I just use Wonder Game as a base. I wrote each thing independently. But for me, like, what worked as an example, I'm just going to share, like, as an example. This entire file, as an example, is 300 lines of code. I'm not going to bore people with what it was. But what I had to do, I had to sit down and say, okay, I need to support keyboards and gamepads. So I went, okay, I need to know my previous and my current states for buttons. I need my gamepads. But I probably also want to keep a track of all the gamepads that are connected to the PC. Okay, I don't need a mouse for if I have a mouse and keyboard. Right, I do. And I've got just override for like custom inputs, right? And then if we just go to like the process as an example, my brain, how this is the only way I could like solve this for me, was literally going, I've got my previous and current states for everything. Okay, what do I need to do? Well, I kind of need to check, has my mouse changed or my keyboard state changed? I have. Therefore, I'm not using a gamepad. I'm using my keyboard. Otherwise, obviously in this case we check for gamepad and then set the gamepad to true if you click something. And then we update stuff. That was the only way for me, so I just had to show that, like I could actually get like that like little monogame project done. Because what is this? This is interesting. Oh geez. But yeah, sorry, as I was saying, like the only way I could get that working for me, man, was to break it down. Bitch. Into digestible little tasks. And then with the oh, this is really awkward. Hang on. It
Halfway there.
rip, and broke it angled.
We have lost objective Duff.
Yeah, man. Like you can do it. It's just it takes discipline, and not to quote like the John Wick movie, it takes discipline and focus. It really does. But it is worth it. Like it's just it takes time getting used to what works for you, because what works for you, my dude, may not work for everyone. So like as an example for the previous guy who was in the chat who also has struggles with the form of it, what I do doesn't work for him. What works for him is exactly tiny steps. What he needs
We have lost objective
is oh shit, I'm gonna die. Ow. What he needs is motivation to do it, like a cause. Like as an example with like the business thing he's doing now, he kind of got motivation of he needs money, so he's gonna do it, and it did. It worked. It's beautiful, but tiny steps, tiny baby steps, and then once you get into a groove of what works for you, man, that is when. Is that an enemy one? No, that's ours. Okay, cool. Let's swim under the water for a bit. Why not? Because it's a long ass freaking swim to the beach. That's pretty cool. But yeah, outside of that, man, like honestly, if you think you do watch a couple of videos of how people recommend to not fight ADHD, but like how they tame theirs, and like try and use some of the techniques, because as we mentioned, not everything works for everyone. Some people have specific ways, other people's just literally raw dog their entire routine and just go, if I don't complete anything, it's not going to happen. So like a good example was I saw I saw a little. I'm gonna just try and go here.
We have taken objective
Crap. Bro literally debated me. I saw shorts once where it was like living with an ADHD person, and I was literally it was like, can you go to the shop and get this? I'm like, okay. But then when the kitchen making bread, they're like, I can't go to the shop yet because I need to clean up. But I'm eating, so I first need to finish eating and then clean up. So then they start cleaning up while eating. And then they're like, okay, while I'm cleaning, I may as well do X, Y, Z. And then it basically went like after like 2 hours, like, hang on, wasn't I supposed to do something? It's like, oh yeah, I was supposed to go to the shop. And it's just like, why are you hitting me in the fields? I do not appreciate getting called out like this, bro. It's just like, yes. I was really tempted to shoot that just for comedic effect, but I decided not to. But yeah, after this one, bro, they're on crack. Let me join a squad. Just because I can't be asked. Bro is sniping with the anti-vehicle kit. That's terrifying. Hang on. Did I just hear off Towson? Oh, it's probably that guy. Oh, we don't care. But yeah, as I was saying, after this one, Harry, I'll be calling it tonight because it's 3. I think my wife is sleepy behind me and she's waiting for me. And you also need to sleep because, my good sir, it is friggin' 7 in the morning. I mean, you're gonna wake up like tonight, but... because I accidentally had to restart it and I forgot to put it to low latency. Yeah, that was like a wee bit back. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. I'll probably be on streaming, but because I've got work on Monday, I'll probably sadly only stream, I'll probably stream from like a 6 to like a 10 p.m. my time. Which if it was 2 your side at 10 when I started stream, 4 hours back, so like at maybe at like 10 or 8 your time, just because. Oh lord. Yeah, I agree. Scheiße. Damn it. Yeah, I got work and I don't want to stream until 2 in the morning and then have to go to work and then be like, why am I tired? Because you streamed until 2, 3 a.m. in the morning, Juan. That's why you're tired. Yes. If not, if I don't stream tomorrow, I often stream like every weekend, providing like I don't get bombarded with tickets to do. I usually try and do Friday, Saturday, Sundays, just because weeks are so busy. You got class. Oof. Oof, brother. Brother, oof. That is... Ooh, geez, that ship got nuked. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna get nuked again. But yeah, no, like, ooh, hang on. We'll get to this. Take it a sec. I can't speak. My brain is overloaded with, like, things I need to do. There we go. Hang on. I'll be able to speak in a sec once my brain calms down from this, like, assault. Ironic, I'm playing an assault, so it's even funnier. Bro was debating me. But yeah, otherwise, I'll definitely be streaming Friday or Saturday, or both next week, or this week, not the next week, because we're almost in the new week. I'm always available for a chat on the Discord. Discord is a wee bit dead at the moment because I don't have a lot of free time. I used to chat a lot in there and keep the community active, but oof, man, like, work on both fronts got mental because I got moved to another team in the day job, which is sadness. And in the secondary night job, I got the product almost is launching, so well, it's launched, but like it's almost stable launched. Does that make sense? Yes, it's all good shit. Because remember, your own health is important, Harry. Remember, because you're a wizard, Harry. I had to. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I had to make the jokes, man. What? That's a weird bug. What the? You seeing this?
We have lost objective Charlie.
Game? Oh no. That was funny. Hang on. Did I hear someone else? Nope, but there's a boat. That's not my problem. Yeah, we lost B. That's not my problem. Exactly. You're Gandalf. Does that mean you've also got the glorious beard of Gandalf? Oh, yeah, I'm not dealing with that. Fuck that. No, thank you. 1, 2, right now. Ow. 1, 2, right now. There you go. 1, 2, right now. 1, 2. There you go. Oh. I'm not dealing with that. I'm really not. I'm just like, nah. Boys, y'all can suck these 2 big 2s, and I'm eating that. You got that height. Yeah, through, 1 for 3 ain't bad. You got the height, but no beard. Fair. Just like IRL, like, okay, fair. Yeah. Okay, bet. I'm gonna get absolutely decimated in like
Vorsicht jetzt!
5
Ein
seconds.
feindlicher Zerstörer!
So they should spawn there, or there on the edge. This gun is just really bad at range, which sucks incredibly. I need to like get used to the average like flick distances. So it's like there. Yeah, there you go. See? Hang on.
Feindlicher Zerstörer,
There you
seht
go.
ihr ihn?
Oh, there we go. Ow. Ow. Brother took out his anger on me.
We
Using
have taken objective
using his little rolly. Okay, so there's a guy over there I don't care about. He can come deal with me when he wants to. Hang on.
Ein
There you
Speer!
go.
Seht ihr ihn?
No, I could try and fight the dude. I could. But where's the fun in trying to fight? Oh, there's 2.
We have taken objective
Hang
Butter.
on. Ow. Ow. Oh, man. Like, the entire squad are rolling up. Come on, son. Oh. That is the Pepega. To be honest. Oh, well, at least my team showed up after I died. Which is a win. I don't want to be the one to drive the boat, thank you.
Aufpassen, ein Speer!
Holy shit. Bro is a mad lad. Shot me out of the boat. I was lying down. I am just in awe. That's like... That's in... Okay, get out. No, I wanna fuck out. Oh, we're literally on the enemy boat. That's funny. Oh, so they parked... Okay, that's smart. So they parked the boat for spawning. Now my question is, can we actually get in there? Or am I gonna die? Probably gonna die, am I not? I just wish I could see. Get the water out of my eyes.
Granate ist raus, Ohren zu!
What do we have? I heard sound effects of water sloshing, so I wasn't sure. No, okay, we're good. We're good shit. We're good. We're slow like that. Oh, Lord.
We have taken objective Edward.
Come on. There we go. Ah, nice. We've got F. We've got E. But no D. That is deplorable. I don't know. I'm trying to find a word. I'm drinking water. Hang on, Chad. You're going to have to look at the wall. Yes. We're drinking water now. And we are going to now run. There's just... Aw. They've got a Zeppelin again? All I've got is... depression, I guess. It's like... Hang on. Am I hearing... Oh, okay, I heard the guy behind me. Oh, I heard something. And I was like, hang on, I'm hearing stuff. I was like, am I going insane? No, Juan. Oh. Huh. That's Zeppelin.
Da
Oh,
drüben, feindlicher Speer!
I'm disappointed. I wanted to go knife the brother. Game! Let me shoot, game! Come on! Right, he's there. Right there. Ah, too low. Right there. Ah, too low. Hang on.
Danke,
I
Kumpel.
swerved! Thank you! This is... Ivy! Oh. This is the most... What do you call it? Like, deja vu that's happened. I swear... Okay. Okay. Hang on. I was there. If this guy is where I think he is... Oh my... Yeah, no. I've lived this day. Thank you, deja vu. Can you go away, please? Like, because like the second he gave me the ammo, and I did like the little head shake of like thank you, I was literally like, I've lived this day. I know there's a guy here. I'm like, I'm getting deja vu for that, but I won't get deja vu for freaking winning the lottery. Friggin' Chinese level. Okay, no, actually, made in China nowadays is actually a compliment, to be fair. Like, what's poorly made nowadays? I don't know what's poorly made anymore nowadays, but like whatever used to be poorly made, it's like because like if you hang on, just like do a reload, boom, double down. Yeah, no, I'm just like. I knew the guy was there because like deja vu moment. I was like, but there's a guy here and I know the guy by the rock. Like, what? Either that or I've played this map and these people have the exact same strats every time they play together. Which to be fair, that's maybe more likely than having future deja vu moments of Battlefield, which is very depressing if that's the case. Ow, you shot me in my toes. I was hiding with the hopes of flanking, because if all flanked, chat, it would have been glorious. Oh shit, they're bringing in the big guns. This is the most anticlimactic game with like nobody in it. It's very weird. There is, well, there's people in it, but what I mean by nobody in it is like it feels so empty.
Ich werf ne Granate, aufpassen!
Hang on.
Granate ist raus, Köpfe runter!
There we go. Oh shit. Game! I'm accidentally out-tabbing myself. Now. One towards the floor. Ah. Bro literally went, no, chief. I mean, to be fair, I could extend the favor and run with a revolver. The only reason, what time do I go to work? Sorry, I didn't realize that was a question. And yes, the stream is delayed, unfortunately, quite heavily because I didn't notice when I reset the stream up after the first crash, it wasn't on low latency, which is sad. Oh, ow! But sorry, to answer your question, I usually go to work at like 9 on the dot. I work from home though, so it luckily means I get out of bed exactly at 8:55. So that I don't sound sleepy in the morning standards. I would have been sick. Hang on, we got this. It's high noon. We're playing Overwatch. We're playing as McCree, I think, the guy with a revolver, and it's like, it's high noon. Come on, lads.
Flugzeug, seht ihr das?
There's an airplane. Hang on. Oh no! I was trying to be. This was the most anticlimactic game. I don't like this server. But I do think now that the game's over, I'm gonna stop the stream, which is unfortunate for the people who just joined, sadly, because Harry needs to go to sleep. It's 3 a.m. here, so we need sleep. So everybody, have a very lovely rest of your night. I'll put the thing on ended, even though like I can't. Okay, it's just physically bugged. Okay, my OBS, this is amazing. It's physically bugged out. I physically can. I have an starting screen and ended screen, but I physically am not allowed to change it. It's like bugged out. That's amazing. So if I click game, okay, hang on. There we go. It was just the studio mode that was bugged out. You don't need sleep. Well, Harry, you might not need sleep, my friend. I do, because I also have a a meeting with a buddy nearby. We're going to go fly little baby tiny whoops. Wait, I don't have ended set up on the other on the baby stream. Hang on, baby stream, which is the short stream. When I refer to baby stream, it's like the YouTube Shorts because I do dual streams. Yes, but for anybody who has liked this and would like to stay up to date with the content, as always, I have to plug myself at the end. We will be streaming probably, hopefully, maybe, tomorrow. Otherwise, it'll be the next time we stream, which will be in. Hang on, how did I do the starting stream? Which will be next weekend, as always. And if you want to stay up to date with stuff, feel free to join the Discord. It's very much dead, but the more people we have, the more people we chat, which is, always good. By the way, the people on Shorts are literally seeing a live me just like building out this like end scene. There you go, stream ended. Fantastic, lock it. So now I can go to ended, and then never mind. Studio mode is just fully bugged. Fine, we'll just click on ended. There you go. And none of those things are filled in, as you can see. My YouTube's not filled in. I literally downloaded this thing the other day, and I was like,